Hey guys, welcome back from Easter weekend.
Yeah, we hope you had a nice day with your friends and family, whether it was together or via Zoom or any of those other electronic platforms.
Some way, one way. We actually spent our time together, had a great dinner.
Yes, we did.
The weather was getting a little nasty outside a little bit, but that's all right because we were inside,
That's
comfy,
right.
cozy. And we were as we were sitting together, we were talking about what we wanted to do today for one of the shows, but also something that we could have as a snack for this evening.
Yeah, and it's a healthy snack.
Very healthy snack. And so Trisha knows I love cauliflower.
Yes, he does. It's one of his favorite vegetables.
So we have a recipe we're going to do today, which is actually it's a sticky honey sriracha cauliflower wing.
Yes. Now, you can either bake this recipe or you can fry it. So you have a choice on how healthy you want it to be.
We're gonna bake ours today. We try to stick away from the frying and stuff like that, just because the fact that it is healthier for you to stick away from the frying. But so like I was saying, I love cauliflower. Generally, I will use cauliflower in making my one pots. I love making a good one pot dinner.
Yeah, explain to everybody what you usually put in your one pots.
Anything and everything. I will put cauliflower, onion, garlic. Sometimes if I have fresh ginger, I'll put fresh ginger in there. I'll put powders, different herbs.
Broccoli, carrots, peppers, whatever.
Lots of goodies in there. And then I put tomato paste, tomato sauce if I have it. Although you can find great no salt added stuff out there. But a lot of your tomato paste and tomato sauce. Or sometimes we have some canned tomatoes downstairs. I will generally sneak a jar of those and use some of those.
I've seen you put garbanzo beans or other beans in his one pots. And sometimes wilted greens depending on what we have, right?
Exactly. And I know that I have put spinach in it before, and then I like to put a lot of hot stuff in it.
Yeah.
A lot of hot stuff.
When we were first dating, he made me a one pot. And I was very hungry and it looked delicious. It smelled delicious. And
It was delicious.
he had put something so spicy in there that 8 bites is all I could muster in me to eat. It
Actually,
was
you know what?
quite corrosive to my mouth and to my body the next day.
These are what I put in there. I put in fire pepper, and devil's dust.
Why don't you tell them what kind of peppers are in there?
Okay, fire pepper, and both of these are actually from the Milford Spice Company, and they actually are local to us, and you order that stuff online.
Yes, you can.
And the fire pepper has hand-blooded black pepper, garlic, orange zest, onion, Carolina Reaper chili flakes, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, Aleppo pepper, celery. So, I mean, that doesn't have too many bad things in it.
Reaper?
Reaper.
Carolina Reaper.
Carolina
That's
Reaper.
A hot pepper.
Now, this guy right here has it's hand-blended from ghost peppers, habanero peppers, and jalapeno peppers, and that's devil's dust.
I don't go past jalapenos. So there's 3 peppers in there that are way past my threshold of hot.
We won't use these today.
No, and for probably 6 months after that one pot incident, every time he made a one pot, I would double check. What have you put in there? And I had to trust him again because he swore up and down the night of the one pot, I didn't do it. And the next day goes, yeah, I think I probably put this, and that in there. I'm like,
I didn't mean to put that much in there.
Oh, it doesn't take much. No.
It did take much, but I didn't mean to put that much in there.
So these wings that we're going to make are nowhere near that hot.
Has sriracha on it.
Sriracha is...
It's a great
It's
smoky.
not like
it's very
that
good.
one pot. I can
No.
tell you. It was like a 10 alarm.
Fire inside your mouth.
Everywhere. I think I burnt my stomach when I ate that. But anyways.
But besides the hotness of the meal, I liked it, even though it was a bit hot for me. But there are some actual healthy benefits of having cauliflower. And I know that Trisha, being the science person, I generally will call her a science geek, or else she calls herself a science geek.
I know I am. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. I just don't want to hurt her feelings. But anyways, so what are some of the healthy benefits of having cauliflower?
Well, there's lots of really good benefits. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's got a lot of different vitamins and phytonutrients. It's very high in fiber. If you take a medium head of cauliflower and you were to consume all that, it actually has about 12 grams of fiber in it, which is a good amount of fiber. I don't know if anybody will sit down and eat a whole head of cauliflower.
I don't know. I love cauliflower.
Maybe. And then it also has a lot of antioxidants in it. And if you're not sure what that is, an antioxidant is a chemical that actually stops the process of oxidation in the body. Now, oxidation is a chemical reaction that creates little nasties called free radicals. And those free radicals will then have a bunch of, like a chain reaction of other chemical things occur in the body. And when they do that, they actually cause damage, or they can kill your healthy cells. And when they do this repeatedly, they will actually lead to cancers forming in the body. It can lead to damage of your organs, such as development of heart disease, kidney or liver disease. So anytime that you can get foods into your diet that are antioxidants, it's a good idea because it helps stop that process. It literally stops them from forming.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So, thank you for the info. So we're going to actually get going on this. So the first thing that I want to do is, this recipe calls for panko crumbs.
But we don't have any.
We don't have any. But
yeah, we're going to be creative.
I like being creative, so I can come over here. I'm going to get this guy. Now I already put these in here. Now we like snacking on chips, and we happen to have a couple bags. Oops, I dropped the clip. We had some restaurant style corn chips, and we had some hint of lime corn chips. So
these are really low in sodium.
Yeah.
So it's a brand that we like to get because then Mark can have them too. Everybody likes a little crunch.
Yes.
Crunchy chip every once in a while.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by putting these inside. Whoa! So now
that you're awake.
Yay! So I'm going to pulse these and get them all nice and crumbled up so that we have about a cup. I may have to add some more in there. Scared me. So I want to get these down nice and fine. Almost there. And I'm going to add just a few more into there. Now I love the hint of lime ones. And it's fine that there's just a lot of crumbs in there.
Because we're just going to grind them into crumbs anyway, so.
So I'll just finish off and put the rest of them in there. Now this is what we're going to be using to, once we batter our cauliflower, we're going to dredge these in there. Make sure it doesn't come on me like that. Whoa! I'm just having one of those days, aren't I? So that looks good. Are they good?
Yeah, they're better in small pieces. Actually, I think I got a piece of the regular restaurant flavor, not the lime ones.
Nice.
The lime chips do have a pretty strong lime taste, because sometimes you'll get a chip that doesn't have much flavor. But if you like lime, they do have a pretty strong lime flavor.
Okay. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this in here for us. There we go. Thank you. And get all our bits in there. I'm just going to set this aside for right now. Now this next thing we're going to do, honey, could you hand me that other bowl? Yes, please. Is I'm going to make our batter. Now for our batter, you can use milk-wise, you can use like an almond milk. You can use a soy milk. I'm going to use a rice milk.
Right, and if you're going to use almond milk, soy milk, you're going to want to get it where it's unsweetened and unflavored. They still have a sweet taste to them. That's why we like to use the rice milk, because it doesn't really have, if we use the original that has no vanilla or anything in it, when you're trying to make a savory dish, so it doesn't have that sweet aftertaste.
Exactly.
And when I make our vegan ranch, I use the original rice milk, and it's perfect. I've tried it with almond milk, but it's just too sweet.
Exactly. So I'm going to add 1 cup of our rice milk in there. Now, next we have the oink, which the oink is flour. And flour, I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of flour. And you can use, if you have like a gluten-free rice flour, you can use a gluten-free rice flour too. So I'm going to put a 1/2 cup in there. All right, thank you. Okay, and to that I'm going to add in our spices. So the first spice I'm going to add is going to be 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Thank you. And I love the taste of garlic. Now, I like putting fresh garlic and stuff, but the nice thing with garlic powder, I could just add, and I don't have to chop it up all the time. Fresh is always better.
It's quick.
Yes.
And if you wanted to coat something,
Exactly.
depending on how you're cooking it or preparing it,
Exactly.
it's very quick.
So two teaspoons of the garlic powder. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of cumin. And we actually got our cumin from Heavenly Scent Herb Farm. We love those guys. All right, next we're going to do 1 teaspoon. Now you can use not cocoa powder. You can use chili powder.
Well, make a mole, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can use paprika, or you can use your chili powder. I'm actually going to use a smoked paprika. I love the smoked paprika.
Oh yes, the smoked paprika goes good in a lot of different recipes.
And you don't want to put too much in there,
because it's very heavy in the smoke flavor.
Yes.
So a little goes a long way. Just sort of like we talked about rosemary, a little bit of that goes a long way.
Exactly. Now, 1/4 teaspoon salt, but since we use the no salt, I'm just going to go ahead and use a little bit less than 1/4 teaspoon, just because of the fact that the potassium chloride does have has a stronger bite to it. So I'm going to use a little bit less of that. And then I'm going to put in there 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper. All right, there we go. Thank you. And we're going to go ahead and whisk this together. And while I'm whisking this, Tricia, if you could do me a favor, could you preheat the oven 400 degrees for me?
I sure can.
So that's preheated oven 400 degrees. You want to get this nice and mixed together. Okay. Now, once you have that mixed, we're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of set up our station. So we've got our batter, our dry dredge, and we're going to need our pan. And okay,
So do you want to
this
talk
way a
to
little
them
bit? Yep.
about the cauliflower?
Okay, generally, if you have a head of cauliflower at home, you can use a full head of cauliflower. We actually have frozen. We don't have a head of cauliflower. So I set these out for about 15 minutes. Don't want to get them completely thawed, because when they're completely thawed, they're a little bit harder to handle. This actually, you can handle them better while you're doing the dredge. So you want about 4 cups of these. Do that for me, please.
And if you are using fresh cauliflower, obviously you're going to want to wash it
Yes.
first, and then you're going to cut your fresh cauliflower into bite-sized pieces.
Yes.
They kind of come in bite-sized pieces. You have some that are smaller, some that are larger. So you get what you get when you pull it out of the package, but That's how you would do it if you're using
And
fresh
I'm
cauliflower.
yeah, I'm grabbing out the ones that are a little bit bigger bite, and I can take the other ones and set them aside, and we can use those for a one pot. Because I know that you would love to have another one pot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll set this over here. If you want to step this away a little bit, we'll go ahead and get this one. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put some of these in here. Now, you can do these one at a time, or you can do like I'm doing. I'm doing them, trying to get them all in there at once to get them coated.
So are you going to want to use a spoon to mix that up?
Yep, I could use a spoon. All right. So we've got a spoon.
A spoon.
Spoon. And we're going to go ahead and get those all coated. Nice and coated. And the flavors in these are going to be so...
Yeah, I'm
so
excited.
good.
I like the hot wing flavor.
Right.
Like them on I've had it on pretzels. I've had it on people will make a hot wing flavored dip.
Mm-hmm.
I've had those at different get-togethers.
Now, I know
And
that...
I'm not a fan of actual chicken wings, but I like the flavor. I'm excited.
We cook chicken wings at the Milford House where I work. So we do we put them in the deep fryer, and they go over really well. But I love that this whole idea of using, the cauliflower.
Well, yeah, I mean
for plant-based.
Right. It's a little healthier to bake them, and you get a lot of benefits from the cauliflower.
Yes.
All right. So what do you need me to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna put these in here.
I'm just gonna put them in our chips, or if you have panko, you'd put it in the panko.
Yep, and just get those covered, and then we're gonna line the tray. You're gonna basically one flat layer. So
you don't want to have layers sitting upon each other because they probably won't cook the way that you want them to.
no.
Last one.
Last one there. So I'm gonna set this aside. Okay.
My Frankenstein fingers.
Yes, you have Frankenstein fingers. So right here, there you go. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to, there you go, drizzle these with a little bit of olive oil. So we're going to drizzle a little bit. And as we've said before, it depends on what type of olive oil you use. Some have a stronger flavor. I don't mind the strong flavor depending on what we're cooking.
Yeah, I mean, we use all different kinds of olive oil. It just depends on the recipe and what your tastes are.
It's good in a salad too.
Yes.
There we go.
I usually, if I'm going to make a salad dressing with this stuff, though, I usually mix some vegetable oil in with it because the olive oil likes to get really solid in the fridge. So it takes, you have to leave it on the counter to warm up a little bit before shake it up. So if you mix it with vegetable oil, it helps helps stop it from doing that.
Exactly. And perfect timing because we can go ahead and stick this in the stove.
All right, in the oven.
There we go. All right.
And
so
we're going to set it for 20 minutes.
Yep. And generally you cook them for 20 to 25. And we're going to start off with 20.
There we go.
The next thing we're going to move on to is we want to make our sauce.
Yes.
And
our sticky honey sriracha sauce.
Mm-hmm. So, I love the fact that we have honey.
Our local honey.
This is actually honey from my dad's beehives.
From his dad's
So
bees.
He's been raising bees for a very, very long time.
Yes, he has.
So shout out to my dad for...
Yep. Thanks, Dad France.
Thank you very much. And we're going to go with 1/3 cup of honey. Let's see how nice, beautiful that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1/3 of a cup of honey. Thank you, dear. I'm gonna get a little spatula. Make sure you get all that honey out of there, all that goodness. Okay. Here you go. There you go. Now, the next thing we need is we want to do a 1/4 cup of ketchup.
Any brand will do.
Any brand will do, yes.
I mean, I guess, could they do Sriracha ketchup?
You could use Sriracha ketchup, but the thing is, I mean, we're putting Sriracha in it as it is.
Right.
So, if you wanted to, I love Sriracha ketchup.
Right. Well, I'm just wondering if it would be a shortcut, one less ingredient, if you did.
If you wanted to do double.
If you bought Sriracha ketchup.
Certainly.
Because that's the type you use. You might be able to just skip adding them both. I would think it might work.
Most definitely. So, done with the ketchup. And then we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of Sriracha. And I love Sriracha.
Be careful, though. Sriracha's not always been your friend.
No, it's not. But and the reason she says that is one time we're sitting down for dinner, and with Luke and Emma, and I just did that. I set it down,
and it went
right in my eye. And
yeah, it couldn't have been a better shot if you tried.
Oh my gosh, that was the worst feeling of getting that in my eye.
Yeah, your eye was pretty irritated.
Red. Oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. Okay.
Not that it's funny that you got it in your eyes, just you beware of the bottle.
Exactly. So, next I'm going to get a whisk. Let me get another whisk. Alright, I got one right here. And I'm going to whisk this together. And what we're going to do with this is once our cauliflower wings are done, is we're going to toss those in this, and then we're going to add in some sesame seeds, which is going to make it really delicious. So let's go ahead and double check how much time we've got. So we've got 17 minutes left for those to cook. So what we're going to do is we'll take a quick little break, let those cook up, and we'll be right back and let you guys go ahead and see how those turned out. And we're going to try those out because I'm sure that they're going to taste delicious. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too.
So. Oh, try that. Okay, hey guys, we are back.
Hi.
There goes the
Perfect
timer.
timing.
Perfect timing. So we actually, because of the fact that they were frozen, we had to put the cauliflower wings in there for an additional 10 minutes. So we ended up going for 35 minutes on it. And I turned up, for the last 5 minutes, I turned up the stove up, turned up the oven by about 50 degrees up to 450. So what I'm going to do first is I want to put some of these wings in here. All right, thank you. And now I'm going to take our sauce and I'm going to drizzle it over the top. Now we're going to toss this really quick. Okay, there we go.
Hey, I'm so excited.
There we go, thank you. And I'm just going to give this a little bit of a toss in there. Make sure those are nice and coated. Oh, that tastes good. And then we're going to take the wings and dump those out on our plate. Oh, those look really good. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
And we're going to finish that off by putting on some sesame seeds. And we're using True Goodness Organic. I'm going to put some sesame. Oh. Wait.
Would help if you took the top off.
Yes, that would help.
Here,
So,
let me
got the little
insert in there.
There we
okay,
go.
there we go.
So generally I just peel the top off when I'm using them, but so we're going to put some on there.
And if you don't like sesame seeds, you don't have to put them
No.
on. This is, an optional thing. We both like sesame seeds, so we're definitely gonna do that. So very pretty platter of these cauliflower wings, sticky honey. Now, honey, do you want to tell them if you're going to
yes,
fry them instead? And did you
Yes.
talk to them about if you're using raw, fresh cauliflower, not frozen, on the baking time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you like we were saying, we went for a little bit longer because of the fact that these were frozen. But if you are deep frying them, you're going to do that 10 to 15 minutes, and then you're going to just take it out, just do the same thing, put it in the sauce.
Now, when they take them out from frying, are they going to put them on paper towel to absorb
Yes,
a little bit of the extra oil first?
Absorb with the oil, just to
Yeah.
get some of that up. But yeah, just toss them right in there. So, do you want to try these?
I do, and I have some of our homemade vegan ranch. Now, you can do blue cheese, or you could do ranch, or nothing at all. Everybody's a little different. I'm going to go for the ranch.
I'm going to go straight up Sriracha.
Okay, well, they're still warm, so be careful not to burn your mouth. Oh my gosh, let's see.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to dip mine. Ooh.
They have a crunch to them.
Oh my gosh, they're good.
Nice heat.
I would advise do it when they're cool. Because they're
If
very
you
hot.
want cool. I like them hot. It's fine.
Well, they're a little temperature hot. So you definitely don't want to serve this hot to your guests because you might burn their mouth. But yes, wow. This is just the right amount of heat. I wouldn't go any hotter.
Me,
These are delicious.
I would add more. But that's me. I'd add a little bit more Sriracha. But that's me. So let's go ahead and try one more. That one looks like a really crispy one you got. I'm going to go with this big guy over here. So. Now remember, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and go down and click on subscribe.
Yes, please do.
Got a little bit of a seed there.
A little bit of cauliflower wing stuff on. Wow, those are really good. And I think the kids would actually like this.
Oh, I think they would too.
My son Luke is a broccoli kid, not a cauliflower kid. My daughter likes both. So I really think they would like to try this as well. This is a great recipe. I think our parents would like these too. And our friends. So definitely next time you're wanting to have something different to snack on, or when we can have our friends and family over again, it's a great appetizer to make. It makes you can make a lot
Yes.
for a big crowd for relatively cheap with the stuff that you have in your pantry, really.
Exactly. So go ahead, subscribe, and share with your friends and family out there, and come back and join us again for some more delicious eats.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Guys, have fun. We'll see you once again on Make My Food Awesome.
Those are good.